Another day, another bad deck list. This time, I'm playing Suship Mitsurugi. Now, you might be wondering, how's that bad? Suship's isn't a bad deck. It spams rank 4s relatively easily, and you can pair it with Ryziel and Primite to make it even better. And Mitsurugi is meta and powerful, and Habakiri is like broken. So how is Suship Mitsurugi bad? I'll tell you how. Suship relies heavily on opening up Shari or Shari Red and another Gunkin monster, ideally Uni to combo off. 2-card combo, that's not good. Normally, this would be perfectly fine when played with either Primite or Ryziel, because Primite synergizes well with Shari, being a normal monster, and Ryziel is just great with any rank 4 spam deck. The problem is Mitsurugi is neither of those. So the bricks of Mitsurugi, like ritual spells or the monsters excluding Habakiri, don't help Suships do anything. This deck is essentially combining the worst parts of Suship Ryziel and Ryziel Mitsurugi into one deck. The only reason to play this deck is for Utopic Draco Future, and that's about it. But hey, it's not like this is the first time I've combined two archetypes to make a significantly worse version of said deck. Anyways, let's get into the deck list. For the monsters, we've got 3 Suship Shari, 2 Droll Lockbird, 1 Maxi, 2 Ash Blossom, 2 Suship Ikra, 2 Suship Shirao, 3 Suship Shari Red, 2 Fuelos, 1 Kusanagi, 1 Saji, 1 Aramasa, 3 Suship Uni, 1 Murakumo, 1 Mitama, and 2 Habakiri. For the spells, we got 3 Painful Decision to search for the Shari Red, 2 Triple Tactics Talent, 1 Mitsurugi Ritual, 1 Mitsurugi Mirror, 1 Suship Catch of the Day, 1 Called by the Grave, and 3 Mitsurugi Prayers. And for the trap, we've only got 1 Great Purification. For the extra deck, we got 1 Utopic Future, 1 Utopic Draco Future, 1 King of the Feral Imps to bridge into Mitsurugi, 1 Tornado Dragon to deal with back row, 1 Star Leech Photon Blast Dragon. This makes any of your 2000 or more attack monsters untargetable and indestructible by opponent's card effects. Very good. 1 Ugaris, 1 Ikra class Dreadnought, 1 Shirao class Carrier, and 1 Uni class Super Dreadnought. We've also got number 90, Photon Lord, 1 Zombie Vampire, 1 Zeus, 1 Typhon, 1 IP, and lastly 1 SP. And that was the deck list. Now, like I said before, this deck isn't very good. It's too reliant on you opening up Shari plus another Gunkin monster, and it can brick pretty badly. This deck might be salvageable if you throw Ryziel or Primite into it, but at that point, just play Suship and Mitsurugi separately. I think if Konami were to print Suship's a Rhoda, then maybe that would boost the consistency of the deck, but I don't think it would really help that much. Anyways, with that said, let's get to the combo, shall we? Alright, for the combo, all you need is Shari and either Uni or Shari Red. It doesn't matter, the line is relatively the same. If you're starting off with Uni, activate its effect, revealing Shari to summon itself. You're gonna not want to summon Shari. You're gonna want to activate Uni's on-field effect, adding a Shari Red. This is gonna make Uni a level 4. Then you're gonna activate Shari Red, and summon a Shirayao to go into Carrier. Carrier is going to let you draw a card as well as add a Gunkin Spell Trap. In this case, it's going to be Catch of the Day. And activate Catch of the Day, revealing the Shari in your hand, and then selecting either Ikura or Uni to reveal. It really doesn't matter. And add. Then you're going to normal summon Shari. Using the Uni and Shari, you're going to go into King of the Feral Imps. This would be a prime time for your opponent to Nibiru. If not, activate King, grab Hawakiri, and then you can use King and Carrier to go into Utopic Future, to then go into Utopic Draco Future. And then from here, you know, do your standard Mitsurugi plays, reveal Habakiri, summon Saji, tribute Saji, activate Saji, grab Ritual, activate Ritual from hand, sending Aramasa and Kusanagi to summon Habakiri. Then you're going to trigger Kusanagi, grabbing Ritual, and triggering Aramasa to add either Murakumo or Mitama. It doesn't matter. I like adding Mitama. From here, you're going to use Ritual again. This time, you're going to summon from the deck, tributing the Habakiri. Habakiri is going to activate Engrave, getting you Mirror and special summoning itself. From here, use Mirror to summon whatever Mitsurugi you added to the hand. In my case, it's Mitama. This is going to trigger Murakumo to add Great Purification and special summon itself. Finally, you're going to use Habakiri and Murakumo to exceed into Galaxy-Eyes Photon. And that was the combo. So with this end board, you've got 2 monster negates with Galaxy-Eyes Photon Lord and Utopic Draco Futures, as well as a Snatch Steal if the monster is on the field. You've also got Great Purification as an Omni negate, and you've also got Mitama to reborn any of your rituals. And if you're going to use Galaxy-Eyes Photon Lord's effect, make sure to discard Murakumo so that Mitama can reborn Murakumo from grave to give you an additional Omni negate. And that was the combo. Right, let's see if I can get a win with this deck. This is actually a pretty good hand. This is like a really good hand going first, actually. And no disruption. That's pretty good. Special summon. This is full combo right here. All right. I don't think Shirayao is of any importance here. I guess the draw is pretty good. I'll do Shirayao for the draw. He's got something. Ooh, not very useful. And then Imp. Nibiru. That's annoying. And I can't even Fuwa because of the token. But this should be fine. I got Ash. I got Droll. Zark. No. Called by the grave? Nope. Tactics. Why? You should have just drawn two. Why? And Fiendsmith. Okay, that's a surrender. Duel Ash. Not a terrible hand. I Ash this year, right? Yeah, I think I Ash Ilzet here. I mean, they die to Droll, so I guess it doesn't matter. At least now we know they don't have Called by the Grave, so I can just Droll. Ooh. And I might as well use it. There's no point keeping it in hand. Normal summon, special summon, activate. Nothing. I think we just go straight into King of the Feral Imps here. And just go into Mitsurugi. And they surrender. Drool needs to be banned.